If this were any other year, we would just go, hey, get over it, come on. But we have to have that milk. And if we create a situation where she doesn't want us back in there, she's harder to milk because she's got, see those big rough calluses on her knees back there? All she has to do, she can not only roundhouse kick you away from her udders, but all she has to do is bring that knee up and it just scrapes the back of your hand. And they know all that. They're very, very...
Right now, she's hopefully she's excreting oxytocin. Also, it's neat to see how she moves her legs back, her back legs, so she makes room for him to get in there and get the milk. Now, he needs to nuzzle her a little bit more. And she turns around, she actually smelled him a couple of times.
I'm sorry, I'll actually spots before my eyes. I need to eat. I really do. But she's being a fantastic girl. Here's another neat thing she does. I'll bet you anything she just dropped, the oxytocin's released, and it's working on her system. Because when she drops her head like that, none of the other camels do that. But she's like, I did my job, where's my grain? None of the other girls will look around like that, but she definitely does, which is so funny. Our other girls will just stay in that beautiful, very upright, very stoic pose. But when she's done her thing, her head goes down like, I did my thing. They learn really quickly that when they release the oxytocin, we're going to go ahead and, which causes the milk drop, we're going to go ahead and give them some grain. Now, Gil's just milking with one hand, again, because it's Jamila, and he's milking into a glass jar. So if all goes well, you're okay, sweetie, look, I have grain, it's delicious. It's delicious. That's a good girl. Very nice. If all goes well, he should be able to get about 20 ounces in that glass jar. That means that Gil and I are eating about, see, we do this 4 times a day. We don't always get up to 20, but just with one-handed milking, 20 ounces, we're each getting 40 ounces of milk a day. We're a little concerned that that's not quite enough because we are still experiencing a 1 pound weight loss every single day, which is kind of what you have when you go on one of those stupid shows like Biggest Loser. Not that that's a stupid show, but they really whoop those guys, and all we're doing is hanging out at the fair. Again, it's like, oh wow, I'm down, my weight's down, my pants are looser, but I can't see because I'm really hungry and tired. I don't think I want to cross the desert that way. Gil's concentrating back there. He really does have the hardest job. Now, the irony is, if we were doing this last year when we were milking Goldie, because we can only milk who's got a baby at the time. If we were doing this last year when we were milking Goldie, we would have tons of milk. We could all be on the Camel Milk Challenge diet. Except for it's raw milk, and we're not allowed to give it to people that don't own the camels. But Goldie will let you milk her. She's so easy. Yeah, people, check it out. Here he comes.
There we go.
Yes. Now, you couldn't see how that was flowing into that, and it just because she won't let us get her over there. But I'll tell you what, I snuck over yesterday or day before during the show, and I got right back in there with our little handheld camera and videotaped the milk, and it's amazing the way it's just going whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. So if you want to see video from the show of, and then you can, you're going to...
Give me Jamila.
We're going to have her and her baby go back in. Let's give Jamila a big hand, too, because she didn't try to kill Gil. I love that camel, because she is who she is. She's just a little bit tricky. Come on, baby boy. There you go. Mommy! Now we're going to bring Sheba out. We always bring an extra camel when we're doing the milking show, because we like a camel that's not lactating, that we can bring up at the end of the show, have her hang her big old head over the fence if she wants to, and let people pet her. For right now, we're going to let her go over there and get a little something to eat. But Sheba is also one of our extraordinarily well-behaved milking camels. Sheba will give us, if we're both there, if we're on either side of her, because she's the kind of camel that you put a bucket around you, just lean into her, lean on her, and just sit there and milk and milk and milk and milk and milk. She'll give us 10 liters a day. Most camels are going to give about 6 to 8 liters, which would be equivalent to, Gil, that's equivalent to what, about 2 gallons of milk?
Yes.
So she gives 10 liters is a lot more. She's a great milking camel, but she's not pregnant right now. Well, it doesn't have a baby. Even pregnant wouldn't work. They have to have their baby on the ground with them, because that's just how it works. That's how milk works. There has to be a baby first. I never knew that when I was young.